with Neal Culler, the Neal Culler. We are so pumped and so excited to have you on this podcast. I think you're our first
non-coach
guest.
Yeah. Let's go.
Heck yeah! What up?
How does that feel?
It feels good. I don't know if it's like good for y'all. You know, like I was like, oh yeah, I don't know.
Well,
like,
we are scraping the bottom of the barrel a little bit, but that's fine.
Yeah.
No, seriously.
No, not seriously that we're scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
No, a few, like, I guess a month and a half or so ago, people were asking who we're going to have on the podcast, and you were literally the first. Just throw that in the floor. Bye-bye, meat stick.
I didn't. No, my meat stick's still here.
You were the first person. You were the first gym member that I said. I was like,
awesome.
I really want to have Neal on,
Thank
and I
you.
said, and then I would really love to have Neal and Lindsay on because they're an awesome couple.
She's the real superstar for
They've
sure.
been coming, so stay tuned for that.
Yeah.
They've been coming here for a long
I don't know.
time.
Your mustache is a pretty good superstar to me.
Thank you. Yeah, this is true. I forgot. Didn't forget I had it today, but it's not a normal mustache.
Different.
Yeah. I haven't been in front of like too many clients this week, so like normally.
You got a stash too. How often do y'all like change your facial hair? Like,
I usually just rock like stubble kind of
Stubble?
stuff. Yeah.
Shame.
Yeah.
I had a beard for forever. Like, beard.
yeah.
Yeah.
When you first came, no. What did you have when you first came here? I'm trying to remember.
Probably the mustache.
Mustache. Okay.
So shout out Dixon and Haley Pope, but like
Dixon's mustache.
Yes.
Ooh.
So I never really rocked a mustache
Chef's kiss.
before
Hardcore.
Dixon, but Haley loves Dixon's mustache,
Oh.
and she's like talked my wife into like loving mustaches, and so I've had more freedom to like rock it every now and
Yeah.
then. So yeah.
Aw.
That's what we need. We need a friend who's gonna tell your wife, hey, he'd look good. It's okay. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Neal, I must stash you a question.
All right, here we go.
Don't diss my jokes, okay?
I don't know what's happening.
So tell us a little bit about yourself, or a lot about yourself. Dive in here. How did you come to the area? Are you from here? Tell us about your family.
No, so grew up in Camden, South Carolina, and then went to Clemson. Lindsay and I both went to Clemson.
Yeah. Is that where y'all met?
No, we met like senior year of high school.
Okay.
Ooh,
Yeah.
okay.
That's when we like officially first started like dating, like
That's
the very
cool.
end of high school.
Oh.
I make the joke like she knew about me all in high school, but it went to the end. Yeah. But
We'll have to have Lindsay on here to
she'll-
either
yeah,
confirm
she'll
or
confirm.
deny.
yeah. Yeah, but we started dating at the end of high school, and then we both went to Clemson, and then kind of were off and on throughout Clemson, and then
Yeah.
after that, I guess our 5th year at Clemson, we got like really serious. And,
Aw, that's cool.
You guys were 5 years at.
So yeah, I did 5 years. She did 4.5.
Oh.
I switched majors. And
Oh, okay.
Ended up having to.
I
Yeah.
didn't know. I
Same
thought it was
thing.
only 4 years.
Yeah. I got an extra football season. So I was
Oh,
working.
nice.
Yeah.
You play football?
No, I did not. I just got to watch it.
Oh.
I was like, wait, Neal Culler was
No.
an all-star? Like,
No,
how did I not know about
No.
this? What
No.
was Lindsay? Well, she's in the medical field.
Yep. So she was a nursing major
Okay.
at Clemson.
Yeah. Cool.
Now she's a nurse practitioner, which is awesome.
So
Oh,
cool.
nice.
Yeah. Who made the first move between you two? Or is it kind of like both googly eyes from across the room, and then how'd that happen?
I don't know. Like I mean, it's back in high school.
Yeah.
So like
It's hard to remember.
the first time we really hung out, we were playing tennis together.
Oh, was she good?
Yeah, she's
Did
actually
she
really
smoke
good.
you?
Yeah. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Way to assert the dominance. Yeah.
They are competitive.
So she was number one
I
on
like
the tennis
that.
team, like our region. Like she was really.
And
good
you
player.
wanted to remind her that there's the difference between boys and girls, and boys
Right,
are better.
Exactly right. Yeah, for sure. And then after that, we got ice cream, and I think that was like our first like kind of hanging out. But yeah, like when you say first move, like are you just like, what do you mean first move? Like do you just
Now
mean,
I'm
like,
concerned about where this is going.
Like who initiated?
who?
Okay, so maybe you guys were friends for a period of time.
Yeah, for a little bit. So like I think. And I like this visual still in my head. This might be TMI, but like I remember seeing her on the tennis court, like in the tennis skirt, you know.
Okay.
And I was like, all right,
There's something
yeah.
there.
So I think I was the one that kind of
Kind
pursued
of.
after that.
Okay, that's sweet.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
love it. And you guys have 3 kids.
3 kids,
Yeah.
9, 7, and 4. Yeah,
That's a lot.
it's it's a lot, but it's awesome. Hayes, McCoy, and Maddie. Hayes is 9, McCoy's 7, and Maddie's 4.
McCoy. Where did that name come
I
from?
love that name.
So I don't know why, but like Hayes got like a last name, first name, if that makes any sense.
Right, yeah.
And so like when we were thinking about McCoy's name, I just started thinking about last names, and that one came up.
That's pretty
I went
cool.
to high school with somebody that was last name McCoy. And when I told Lindsay that the first time, I was like, hey, what about McCoy? She was like, hell no. And I was like, all right.
Really? She was that opposed?
Yeah, she's like literally that's what I got.
But now she
How'd you-
probably loves
how'd
it,
you
right?
But
win her
like
over?
in the hospital, Yeah. So we were in the hospital. He was born and like he did not have a name, and he was in the NICU for like 5.5 weeks. And for like the first week, his name on the chart was like Color Boy, because my last name's Color. And and
I
so
thought
like
there was-
she was like, I can't. She's like, I can't. Sorry. Yeah. Correction. My last name is Color. That's why his name was Color Boy.
I didn't know we were in that part of South Carolina.
Yeah,
That's what I did.
But anyway, she was like, I'm so
Color.
tired. Yeah. Culler, boy.
Oh my gosh,
but
that's amazing.
Anyway, she got tired of like looking at that and him not having a name, and so I think at that point, like I was
Wow.
like, hey, what about McCoy? And she was like, all right, let's do it.
Bless her heart. She
Which
was-
which we love it. Like
Yeah.
now, I think obviously now she loves it too, and I love it. I think it's such a cool first
It is
name.
cool.
Like,
Yeah, McCoy.
And also is Hayes.
Yeah,
And
like
Maddie.
Hayes.
She's so.
Maddie.
Yeah,
So
but every
cute.
time I see her, I'm like, oh my gosh, you're like a little Neal, like girl version of Neal. She looks
and
just like
yeah,
you.
yeah, in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah, she got a
Yeah.
mustache too. It looks
Yeah,
great.
she does. She's growing it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's so
I don't.
cute.
Yeah, I don't know if that's unfortunate for her or not. Hopefully, she's the much prettier version of me. But she has like Lindsay's hair, which is cool, like
Yeah.
the blondish sandy
I mean-
brown.
She's
Yeah.
a very beautiful little girl.
Yeah.
I think you're pretty.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, appreciate it. Appreciate
Be
that.
careful,
Oh
just
my
gonna bring back out his meat stick.
That's getting edited out. Yeah. That's definitely gone.
No, that's gotta stay. Oh,
No,
that
we're
took me.
editing that out.
That took me off guard. I was not ready for that. That's a big deal. If you could get me to be like, oh, what? Okay, well, Neal, my dear Lord, that was
we
incredible.
really will edit that out.
I hope.
No, it
I
doesn't
hope.
matter if you do. I don't care.
Sometimes, like, it's like we could have like a Christian family focused version of this podcast, and then we could have one.
Well, after
that's
dark,
like after
daily reps after dark.
But, I
But in all
promise, yeah.
seriousness, like not to like dive
Oh.
all of a sudden take a deep dive, but like I feel like there is something to that, like being real and also being a believer, if that makes any sense at
Yeah.
all. Like
Yes.
I feel like so many
Yeah.
times we like try to put on this front of
Yeah.
prim and proper and
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, trying to put on some kind of facade for
Facade.
people
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like not like letting them behind the curtain, so to
Yeah.
speak. So
Yeah.
Well,
I
so
agree.
on that, for you, when it comes to your faith, because you just kind of talked about it, you're like, well, I'm not the prim proper. Let's posture and make everyone think that we're perfect. That was a lot of P's. But the question would be, okay, so you can talk about your testimony, but honestly, more, I'd love to know like how from kind of when you became saved to now, like how did your faith morph into just that, which I think is a really cool, balanced, nuanced view of like how your faith should play out every day.
Yeah.
yeah, so I mean, I don't have like some crazy, I think everybody's testimony is like important and like it's their story, it's what they have, like it's what Jesus has done in their life. But I don't have some like crazy story, like a typical like Southern Baptist story. Like I accepted Jesus when I was 8. Like I became a believer when I was 8 years
Yeah.
old. My mom's a believer. My dad is not. Like my dad will straight tell you, like I don't believe in God. Like I wish I did. I wake up some mornings and I do. I wake up some mornings and I don't. And like he'll say like, if it's true, it's the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
And like I want to believe it.
Yeah.
But like he's like I just can't like get myself there sometimes. But anyway, so like that's the household I was raised in. But like my dad also and my mom, but my dad wanted us to be raised in a church because he just saw that.
The values.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
that's cool.
And like he saw joy and hope in people's lives that were raised in a church, and so he wanted us raised in the church. So anyway, so from 8 to now, I mean that's kind of a wide range, but I guess that journey, I kind of fell into that like. And I'm not trying to throw Southern Baptist. Like I still go to a Southern Baptist church. So I'm not trying to throw that under the bus. But like, I think they can be, or we can be. I should say I can like be very good at not sinning, if that makes any sense. And so I fell into that trap for a while. And so I think my faith journey since then has been more of this sanctification process of like learning to love people the way that Jesus would love people, not holding them to like some standard that I've set up for them.
Oh, that's good. More faith, less religion.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. I guess that I was, probably, very religious, if that makes sense, and not so much anymore. But yeah, like I was even like called a Pharisee to my face one time, which is pretty embarrassing.
What?
But yeah, I mean, like just amongst a group of guys, we were talking, and like I think that part of me just came out,
Yeah.
And so like the guy was like, I probably needed it. It was pretty blunt,
Yeah.
like, hey
Yeah.
man, like this is how you're acting right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Um,
Self-reflection.
Yeah, and then so like not too long after that, like I called my dad. I was like, the non-believer. And I was like, hey, Dad, I feel like I'm just now like realizing that like, you know, I'm supposed to love people the way Jesus loved people. It's not my job to hold them to a certain standard. Like, and like, you know, coming from my dad, he's like, I've been waiting for you to hear that. I've been waiting to hear that from you for a long time. So anyway, but yeah, I think there's a lot of levels to that. I guess my testimony, like I was diagnosed with Crohn's when I was 9. That played a huge part in it. Yeah, well, it wasn't great. But like that, I guess that shaped and affected a lot of who I am today, and my faith. But yeah.
Wow. That's a great answer.
Thanks
Thank
for
you,
sharing
sir.
all that. Yeah. Yeah. That, I love that, Neal. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, diving deeper into that, it's people don't really care how much you know. They don't care how much you know about Scripture. They don't care, like, how good you are. Like, they care about how much you care about them.
Yeah,
and how,
for sure.
like, you make them feel. So, like, you know, I think that's what being Christ-like is like when you walk into a room, like, people should feel loved by you.
Yeah.
And, you know, and then everything else, like all the do this, don't do that, go here, don't go there, like all of that else, all of those things will just, the more that you fall in love with Jesus, those things will fall into place where they need to fall into place.
Yeah. And I think, you know, all those things are super important, right? Like reading Scripture and like trying to get in the Word every day. And like, like, I don't know how the best way to say that, but like still sticking to all of those things that we're supposed to be sticking to. If that makes sense.
That's,
we
that's
need to be
the fruit that comes out. Yeah.
But like being more loving and like, I guess, showing that more to other people.
Yeah. Being, and probably being like approachable also.
For sure.
Because that's like, I think people need to know that like if they have something that they're going through, they don't need to be like scared to come to you because they think like you're going to judge them or whatever. But like being approachable and knowing like, okay, even though I may not agree with the behavior that you're doing, I'm still going to love you. Like I'm still, you know, and I'm going to, you know, be here for you to talk to and all those things. So tell us a little bit more about your kids. Like, what are they into? Like, what's their personalities like?
Yeah, so we're a pretty big sports family. Like, all the kids are definitely into sports. Maddie's just now getting, I mean, she's 4, so like she's just like she played soccer for the first time in the spring, which she loved. She like ran around and chased the group of people chasing the ball pretty good.
It's a good marker of success.
Yeah. She might have touched the ball 15 times all season, but like, you know.
But she was around.
Right.
Adjacent to it.
And like she was smiling. She actually just got the Miss Sunshine Award for swim team because she like head above water just smiling the whole time.
That's so cute. Oh my God.
So but she's the spark plug. Like she's the crazy one, the wild child. Like she'll be super sweet, and then all of a sudden she'll turn a corner. And I don't know if that's just girls or not. I don't know. She does that laugh right there.
I've got 2 of them, and they're like that.
It's true of my 2 that I have.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, we're sad now. Oh no, now we're happy. Okay. Oh no, we're mad. Okay.
My girls are going through the stage right now where they think it's cute to like pretend that they're upset. And Addie can full on make herself cry like big crocodile tears. And then in a split second, she's like, "Hi, I'm just kidding, mommy." And I'm like,
for all of you with girls out there, you know, you get it.
Yeah, like she knows. Yeah, like Maddie already knows how to work the system with her emotions, which is wild. But yeah, that's her. And like, anyway, she's been a great addition to the family. And I think we didn't find out with any of our kids before they were born what they would be.
Oh, really?
Wow.
And so like when she was born, the umbilical cord was in the way, and like the doctor just held her up, and we couldn't see anything. And he was like, "It's a girl. Are you happy?" And we were like, "Oh yeah." But anyway, we were expecting a third boy for some reason. I don't know why both of us were set on that, but we were. But yeah, she's been great. I love her to death. And then so Hayes is our first. He's 9, and he's like got a lot of that typical like first child in him, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Like wants to please, wants to do everything right. A very like high achiever, if that makes sense. Like very competitive. You have to kind of pull him back, like pull on the reins a little bit with him. But a very sweet, like empathetic kid. And that's been something like we picked up on from like very early on in life with him, which was cool to see. And I struggle with that. So it was like almost relief to me, like to see that in my child so early that he was empathetic. I was like, sweet, great. Like he didn't have to rely on me for that. He's got it. Like, let's go. But yeah, like he plays any and every sport. Like his first word was ball. And so like if there's a sport, if there's a sport, he plays it. And McCoy's the same way too. Like every sport, he's involved in every sport. He's a little more artistic. So like cool. He loves to draw. Shout out to Hayes. I'll go back to Hayes real quick. So like it's summertime right now. So anyway, his 2 things of the summer were learn how to play chess and solve a Rubik's Cube.
Wow.
And he's done, I mean, obviously you can always learn more about chess, but like,
Yeah.
he's gotten into chess.
What?
Nice job, Hayes.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know.
Way to go, bud.
Snaps.
Well, yeah, for sure. And he can solve a Rubik's Cube now,
Wow.
which is crazy. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Still
awesome.
can't.
I'm impressed because I don't know how to do either one of
Yeah,
those things.
I couldn't even begin to figure
I
that out.
don't. I've never solved a Rubik's.
Yeah,
You've never played chess?
I haven't until this. Like this, I learned with him.
What's the
You've
ones
never
that-
played chess?
What's the one?
Checkers?
Okay, I played checkers. Is that the one they have at the Cracker Barrel?
Yes, that's
Okay,
the large board.
I like
Yeah.
that was the way you posited it. It was
Well, I didn't
Is
know
that
how
the
to-
one at Cracker Barrel? Is that the one there?
Yeah.
And is that the place you stop on in every rest stop area? It's Cracker Barrel. Okay.
Oh my god.
Is that the one with the
Don't let
pet
me hang
game too?
Yeah, thank you. No, you're good. You're good. But anyway, so yeah, shout out to Hayes. But yeah, McCoy is the more artistic. Like, loves to draw, loves to sing. Like, he's into like
Who does
music.
he get that from? You or Lindsay or both?
The art part of it, like, strangely enough, probably me.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, you're an artist.
Yeah,
Tell-
Come on,
well, there's not a lot
come
to tell.
on.
There's-
Let's,
Do tell.
are you
There's not a lot to
musical?
tell.
Are you,
Yeah, yeah.
you sing?
You sing. I've
Yeah,
heard you
yeah,
sing
yeah.
a little bit before.
Now, what kind of singer are we? Like, obviously, some type of country. Not assuming.
that was assuming, dude.
No, I
Yeah,
feel like
Yeah,
I
we
was,
gonna go to the
Yeah,
Cracker
really.
Barrel.
I'm so sorry.
He was born in South Carolina. He
I'm
must
pretty
sing
sure-
country.
I'm pretty sure anyone would have assumed that.
Yeah.
But anyway, so music. So you sing? Do you play
Yeah.
as well?
Yeah, I play guitar a little bit,
Oh.
and then I played trombone growing up in
whoa.
the band Nerd
Yeah,
Alert.
no, such a nerd.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
But yeah, so I got, and then yeah, but that was trombone and guitar really.
Do you
like
play
I can,
at your church?
I used to lead worship at our church.
What?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
But I mean, that's been a while since I've done that. Like, I'll fill in every now and then.
Why?
now.
Why such a while?
Why what?
Why has it been so long?
Well, I mean, really just life. Like,
That's
having
fair.
3
Yeah,
kids,
that's true.
Yeah.
running a business, trying to be a good husband and a good father,
Yeah.
and
Sometimes
take care of
getting them
myself.
kiddos up to go to church early and practice on Sunday is
Yeah,
not the
for
easiest
sure.
thing. I can attest to that.
yeah,
That's fair.
and we don't have to dive too deep into that right now. But like, you know, it got to a point where I felt like I wasn't able to give what I needed to give, and like,
Yeah.
you lead worship too, right?
I
sometimes?
used to.
Okay.
That used to be my job.
Yeah. So like, it got to the point where I felt very, I don't know, not conflicted or
The word is you start to resent the work that you do because you feel like it's pulling you from some things that you feel like matter
sure.
more.
Yeah, definitely that. But also, I felt like, you know, I'm getting up here in front of people trying to lead them to like the God of all creation,
Yeah.
the Savior of this universe, you know, or this earth, and like I'm not fully prepared or I haven't given everything I could
Yeah,
before this.
that's true.
And,
That's fair.
And that was a weird thing for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's got way too serious, way too quick.
No, it
but like,
didn't.
No, it's
it
not.
was- yeah,
we
it
can
was-
listen. We can sit there for a minute.
Yeah, it was.
We got
it-
plenty of time.
that was just a weird thing for me, and I when I got to that point, I knew like, hey, I need to move on from this. At this
Yeah.
point, yeah.
It can be hard when you're pouring yourself out as a husband, as a business owner, as a father.
Yeah,
And
yeah, for sure.
then sometimes the only day that you might have to like
Yeah.
be poured back into or rest is on
Yeah.
a Sunday.
No, yeah, like it
and
felt
then you're
like
getting
work.
up,
Yeah,
like
yep. It got to that
I
point.
get it, brother.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
So we just kind of touched on it a couple times. Business owner. You've been owning a business for how long?
13 years now.
13 years. What
Yep.
is your business?
Color Roofing, the
Shout
Rooftop
out.
Heroes.
A Rooftop Heroes.
Rooftop
Okay.
Heroes.
So where did that come from? You went to school. You changed majors.
Yeah, so construction science was my major, but
Oh.
that was like a commercial, industrial
Okay,
type of thing.
okay. So you're now residential.
Yeah, I mean, we do commercial and industrial work, but it's mainly residential. So my dad started the company when I was probably like middle school or something.
Wow.
And when I graduated high school, I told him I never wanted to see another shingle in my life. So like, like
Oh,
that
were
was
you,
yeah,
Were you put to work as a?
yeah. I was doing all the
Of
grunt
course,
work.
that's
Yeah,
free
right.
labor.
That's-
Right.
I'm not saying I'm encouraging free
No,
labor,
I got
but
paid.
I get
He
that.
paid me. He paid me
No,
well.
that's building character and hard work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just never like. I was like, I'm so tired of pulling trailers and smelling like this, and I was like, I'll never want to do this again.
It's 1,000 degrees up here on this roof.
Yeah, yeah.
Down here in
And-
South
and
Kakalaki.
Yeah. That's
You
not.
wonder why people.
That's not a normal Southern thing. I don't know where that came from, but that's not.
South Kakalaki? You've never said South Kakalaki
I
in your
mean,
life?
maybe once.
You
I
know
don't-
about that Cracker Barrel in South Kakalaki?
Listen,
one right off of
There's a
85.
handful of people that's listening to this that has said South Kakalaki.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Dear Lord, keep going, please.
Where were we? I don't, that threw me off.
You're talking about how you. You're talking about
Hopefully
shingles.
not
You
off
never
the
want to do
roof.
shingles again.
Yeah,
then
yeah, yeah.
your
So,
dad
like-
started the company.
Right. So like I never wanted to do it, but after Clemson, I did an internship up in Annapolis, Maryland for a year. Had nothing to do with construction.
Beautiful
at all.
place.
Yeah, very pretty up there. And then my dad got really busy, asked me to come work for him for a year down in Camden, which is where I'm from. And then so I did that for a year. And And like we talked during that time about like opening up my own
Yeah.
branch. And it was either Charleston or Greenville.
Oh, Charleston.
And Lindsay was up here at the time, and we had a bunch of friends up here, and so it made the decision easy. And we loved Greenville from being at Clemson. We would come over here for day nights or whatever.
That's
and
cool.
So yeah.
That's awesome. What do you feel like in between balancing? Because you've been. Oh, let's back up for a second. You've been coming to the gym pretty much the whole time the gym's been open.
Oh, another OG person?
Yeah.
He's the OG.
One of the
real.
original 33. I don't know if any of that swag is still like
I was
floating
about to
around.
say, that'd be a really cool
Yeah.
shirt, the original 33.
So they made
Oh, it
jackets at one
was.
point.
Yeah.
They had like really nice Lululemon
Yeah.
jackets.
Yeah. You got
and
one, right?
we-
For-
Yeah, I did
it was
get one.
for 10
Jonathan
years.
paid money
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
Lululemon stuff.
He
He
did.
did.
10
He did.
years on the 10-year.
Jonathan Gunther
He did.
paid money.
It was a gift to all the people that have
Yeah,
been here
super
for 10
nice,
years.
super nice.
From
yeah.
the very beginning.
So I wore
Wow.
it originally, but then I got to where I didn't. It had a front zip. I'm not like a big front zip hoodie person, and so I gave. I guess
He's really into those for some
He
weird.
is, he
I know
really
it's
is.
Is
weird.
it
Yeah.
just like a traditional hoodie?
Yep.
Like
Yes.
pockets
Yeah.
in the front
So
of it?
Yes,
like I
that's-
see hoodies as either like workout in or comfort,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
so like a metal hoodie. Sorry,
No, you're good.
my bad. So like a metal,
Yeah, it's
zipper
not
thing.
comfortable. Also, then when you sit down, it gets all
Yeah, it
bunched
does
up.
this-
It's weird.
this number, yeah,
What is
yeah.
your thing with zip-up hoodies,
Okay,
Jonathan?
so original 33, and we just want like a traditional hoodie for
Yeah,
like
yeah,
our
yeah,
next.
yeah.
You guys
our
can
next
have it. I'm
thing.
obviously not part of it, but I will say, don't do a zip. Like, no one wants to sit like this every day.
Yeah, they do that.
zipper's like-
They do
Yeah,
the
and then
weird
you
like, yeah, and then you like scuff your knuckles on them
Yes.
or something.
Oh my
and you're like,
gosh.
To
yeah.
each their own. It
This
was a
is
very,
super
it was a
first
very
world
nice
right
and-
now.
It was, listen,
No,
it was
it's
a very,
legitimate.
It was a very nice and thoughtful gift.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I loved it. But anyway, I gave it back to him because I wasn't wearing it anymore. So hopefully he still has it and he's rocking it.
So how did you come to the gym in the first place? How
Yeah,
did you hear
so
about the gym?
Jonathan and Brittany used to go to Origins, which
Yeah.
is where I go to church.
Mm-hmm.
They're going somewhere different now. They just,
Yeah.
obviously, y'all know that. They built a new house
Yeah.
and they're like an hour away. So it didn't
Woodbury.
make any
Yeah.
sense for them to
Oh,
go
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
But so when I first moved up here, we first got married, Lindsay and I, we started going to Origins, and Jonathan was going there, and I think Brittany might have been going there too. They were dating at the time,
Yeah.
but I think they were both going there. And they were like kind of one of the only other couples like around our age. And so I was trying to figure out how to hang out with Jonathan. He was always busy and work. I mean, he's still today. Like the dude's nonstop.
Doesn't stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of it may be self-inflicted, but
Yeah.
I think a lot of it is like really hard
Is
work.
this just like an intervention podcast for Jonathan?
Sorry, yeah, we're dogging on Jonathan so hard.
Jonathan's not here, so we're just
Yeah.
Well,
like,
he's probably not even going to watch it.
Yeah, he might
Yes.
not, but
No, actually, he'll be
will.
watching it here. All right, let me see. Right now, he's sitting down outside at the desk watching it while he's eating his cottage cheese with agave in it. Maple syrup. Am I right, Jonathan?
that's funny. Yeah. So anyway, and I don't even know if he knows this, but like, you know, because he was one of the only other people, you know, at the church our age. Like, I wanted to get to know him, like have another friend, you know.
Yeah.
And so, but he was so busy, and so I was like, all right, the only way I'm gonna track this guy down is if I go to like his gym.
Yeah.
And he was at, is it Reaction?
Reaction.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. So he was at Reaction at the time, so I joined, and like I had like looked into CrossFit, like kind of, you know, YouTubed it or whatever, but like I was not into it. Yeah. Or seen like maybe a couple of the games or
fair.
something. I don't know.
That's fair. I YouTubed it.
Yeah. But anyway, so I was like, all right, I'll join to hang out with this guy because he's always there and I want to get to know him. So it sounds like I'm trying to get to date him, but I was not.
Honestly, it sounds really funny. Like,
Yeah.
I saw him from across the room. and I thought,
Sorry to make this weird, Jonathan.
Where does he coach? Okay, I'll go there.
Yeah. So anyway, so I joined there, and then while I was there, he got the opportunity to open up this gym out here, and he told me about it. And so we were still living downtown at the time. So
Wow.
Lindsay and I were living off Augusta Road downtown. And he told me he was opening up out here, and he's like, if y'all ever want to come out, you know, work out, that kind of thing. And I was like, yeah, that'd be great. And like being the good friend that he is, he like let us come out and work out for free because we were like way down
Yeah,
there, you know.
yeah.
Well, it turned into like us coming out here all the time, and so like I think it was a combination of like, hey man, eventually you're gonna have to charge me. And he was
Yeah.
like, yeah, I need to run a business, man. Like we gotta fix this. Yeah. So anyway, so when he moved out here, we started coming out here, and it actually led to like a big part of us moving out here. We had no ties to this area in particular, or
Right.
like any reason to really come out here, but like we had a super good community at the gym. But anyway, going back when he moved out here, we started coming out here and kind
Yeah.
of stuck. So,
That's
You
cool.
make a really good point though, because like thinking about where you live does have to do a lot with it's not just how much time you spend somewhere, it's how invested you are in the community. I mean, even my wife and I, when we were thinking about what church we were going to go to, because we were switching churches, we were like, all right, well, the school that the girls go to is here, and then gym's there. And if we're eventually going to move, we don't want to like go to church crazy up high here. So it's like,
Yeah.
okay. And like it's just not even, you're not thinking about it. You're like, well, the gym's here. because
Yeah.
like you're like, I spend so much time there. We're invested in there, of course. And it's the part of getting a good community where it becomes just a second thought. Like it's not even a second thought. You're just like, yeah, it's the gym. That's part of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's really cool that it's maintained a part of your life. But honestly, though, like how have you seen, as you're kind of doing your fitness and your faith, how do you feel like they've intersected over this time?
Fitness and faith intersecting?
Yeah. Is that okay?
I mean, yeah.
Would you want to do family and faith
No,
or something?
no. That's fine. No, I get what you're saying. So I'm just trying to I don't know. I don't see myself as like super fit or anything, or like, I mean, I go to the gym, but I'm not.
It's
like,
okay.
Yeah.
Not everyone's gonna look like Hudson.
Right,
okay?
that's true, gosh.
All right.
But
like you're not doing yourself any favor when you were like, I follow Jonathan, and then I said, not everyone's gonna look like Hudson. You go, oh gosh,
dude. Yeah, whatever. I'm not gonna get too weird on the podcast, but yeah, the dude's
We're
jacked.
having a bromance.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm
seriously.
just gonna chill for a second.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sweating.
But I mean, I guess just for me, like, we had those relationships, that were like Jonathan and Brittany. They go to our church, and then they were a big part. So we see them a lot, or we used to see them a lot, and now we still see them out here. But like, just having like people in your corner that like you're going to see them throughout the week in different times, like it's a big deal. That know like want the best for you, want you to be closer to Jesus. Like I think that's a big deal.
Yeah.
So I guess like that would be it. Like the fitness and family like intersecting, and excuse me, fitness and faith intersecting.
Good job.
Not family. Yeah. But yeah, I guess just the relationships from it, and maybe the accountability part of it, or just constantly being around each other. And
which I will highlight, by the way, if you are watching this podcast and you don't go to Five Forks, you should come, because we have some wonderful leadership here, like Jonathan, who's a believer, and Hudson, who's a believer, and a lot of people here are believers. And we don't just encourage you in your fitness; we encourage you in your faith. So, just a plug.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Sorry. Anyway.
I mean, to be honest with you too. So when I had back surgery a couple years ago, I did PT with Jonathan coming out of it, and he played a big role, like spiritually and like emotionally for me during that time.
Yeah.
Like I tore him down with the zipper thing. Now I'm gonna build him up.
Yeah.
But
Good job.
yeah, like I mean, we spent a lot of time together, like one-on-one during that time, and had a lot of like really good conversations. And like I probably needed him more than he realized at that time. And so like that was also the faith and fitness intersecting for sure.
How do you feel like the fitness aspect of it has affected your family as a whole? Because like your kids have worked out here some.
Yeah. And your wife works out here.
Yeah. So Lindsay works out here too, and I think the kids like they it's intriguing to them, it's interesting to them, it's cool to them, if that makes any sense. They have fun like coming here and watching us work out, or they do PT every now and then with Jonathan, or they've done CrossFit Kids, and that's really fun for them.
So how did Lindsay start coming to the gym? Did she like because she's pretty much like came here like right when you started coming, right? So is it kind of just
no? She came here a good bit after I did.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it took a while to
Was she
convince her to
skeptical?
come.
Skeptical?
Yeah, for sure. I
Was she just
Skeptical.
like nervous about the CrossFit?
I think you're nervous. Yes.
I get it.
Yeah.
I don't want to get too big.
Yeah, and so we were members. Yeah, she didn't want to get too bulky. Yeah, so we were members at the Y downtown, and literally like 2 weeks before we came out here, she came out here for the first time. We went to the gym together. She was like, "Neal, I want you to like teach me how to squat with a bar." And I was like, "All right."
Wow.
I was like, "First off, you got to get the bar on your back." And she was like, "I'm not putting that bar on my back." And I was like, "What? Like that's how you squat? Like what are you talking about?"
Where are you gonna put it?
And then like we come out here and like Jonathan's like, "All right, you got to squat with the bar," and she's like, "Okay," and like went, And I was like, "Okay, like this is." I think it's just one of those
Jonathan
things
just
where,
has that effect on people.
yeah,
apparently.
well, I think it's like husband wife thing, and like you don't want to like listen. I don't know if that makes any sense.
Lindsay's a good athlete.
She is.
She is. She's a really good athlete. Something she did like that I wish I would have done when I started CrossFit, but like something she did really well. Like she took everything like low and slow, so like she made sure like her form was like really good on everything.
Yeah.
And I think that's paid like huge dividends for in the long run.
Good.
Like, what are some of you guys' like
favorite workouts and stuff?
Favorite workouts, favorite memories that you've had?
Yeah,
over
favorite
the
workouts.
last
I
10
don't.
years?
So maybe that's like
12 years?
a little known fact about me. Like I don't enjoy the workouts at all. Like I
Amen.
just
High five.
Yeah. There's not my thing. Like I do it because it keeps me in shape. I get to be around people. Like that's why I do it. I don't know. We did that couples competition together.
Yeah.
What was it, like 5 years ago or something? Maybe.
Yeah,
more than
maybe.
That? Yeah.
I mean, we had like a.
Well, now you're looking that way,
Okay.
so I'm just trying to.
We've done one that long ago, and then the most recent in-house competition we did a male-female.
Yes, we did.
You could partner up either male or female.
But you
female,
guys
or
decided
male.
not to.
Yeah, I don't think we did that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
you guys might have been travelers.
yeah, I don't. Yeah,
But anyways, back to
but
the
yeah,
intro.
so like obviously like we look back that that was a cool time to do the competition together.
Yeah.
Like that was fun. I think. Yeah, when we do Saturday workouts in here together, like I don't know if we just don't communicate well during workouts, but we'll always get frustrated at each other and like.
Because y'all are competitive, right?
Yes,
You guys
yeah, for sure. And like she's not competitive with people she knows, if that makes sense. So like if you were to go out and play tennis with her, maybe not you. If you were to go out and play tennis with her, she would not try to beat you. You're a guy, so she would like try to like hit it hard.
I suck at tennis, so it wouldn't be hard.
But like. If she like, you have to like make her mad.
Yeah.
And then she'll get like super competitive
Yeah.
and like gets more athletic too.
Right.
Interestingly
Yeah,
enough, like some people get mad and they like tank in sports
Right,
or whatever.
right.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
if
She
you
gets
like
juiced up.
yeah,
So if you see red, it's going down.
yeah,
Like,
for sure.
watch
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I'm not to talk my wife up too much, but I think she's better than she thinks she is. If that makes
She
any
is.
sense.
Oh, that is good. She is.
Yeah, I could for sure see that
Yep.
about her, 100%.
Yeah,
Always love having her in my class.
yeah, she's awesome.
Super sweet, super kind, super funny, very athletic,
Mm-hmm.
mom of 3,
Yeah.
working, yeah.
Willing
she's
to
on
also
it.
try to put in more work to get better too. Like she doesn't just come to sweat,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
it's not a bad thing. But there are some people that just come in and they're like, I don't really care about getting better.
Yeah.
She will ask for cues and be like, how was that?
Yeah.
Could I get better at this?
Yeah.
I'm like, that's great.
Yeah.
Continuously trying to
Yeah.
move forward.
Yeah.
And I think she's like humble in it too. Like she doesn't
Yes.
think she knows
Yeah.
everything. Like she's willing
She
to take.
look.
she's
She has a good
coachable.
overhead squat, and that to me is a good marker of an athlete.
Yeah.
I'm like, if you
Yeah.
can have a good overhead squat,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
pretty mobile and good.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
And it says a lot about like your character too. If you've been doing CrossFit for 12 years
Yeah.
or, however long, was it a year after you came or a few months after you came that she started coming?
Yeah, maybe like 5 months or something. I don't
Okay,
know,
so
somewhere in
she's
there.
still,
Yeah.
she's
She's
been
been
doing
doing it for a
CrossFit
bit,
for,
yeah.
Yeah, a long time.
12 years.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
she's still willing to like listen to the coaches here
Yep.
Yep.
and like
Yep.
hear people out, which like speaks really well of character and like,
Yeah.
who I feel like she is as a person.
Yeah.
So yeah, but one of y'all's favorite memories is like doing that couple WOD together.
Yeah, I think just being around people. I think both of us enjoy just being around the people here.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I think that's what draws us here is the people.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So here's a question. Building on all of these things.
We could have went the entire podcast.
You're. I just couldn't do it. I had to say it.
Who is that? Is that Jonathan that keeps
Jonathan.
saying
Yeah,
that?
building on that.
Building on that.
Building
You have
on
to
that,
build
and
off
so now
that.
it's like probably become an obnoxious joke to other people, but we feel like it's funny, so we
Yeah.
can keep saying it. Anyways, so husband, church going, business owner, you're into fitness, all of these amazing things. Like, what do you feel like embodies being a man and being a husband, and how would you?
That was even more loaded than when we first talked about it. I'm like, wow, that
I was like, this is a lot.
like, what does it mean to be a man? Now she's like,
Set you
Yeah.
up there. Neal.
Yeah, I mean,
What's that mean to you? Like,
I don't know. I'll almost touch the mic, and you don't want me to touch it. Jeez. Yep. So like, I think if you think about, for me at least, like thinking about being a man, like the first person I'm going to look at is Jesus, and I'm not trying to be cliche here, but like
That's a great answer.
it's a podcast on faith. So yeah, I think you just look at Jesus and how he chose to live his life, and like what he did. I think if you're going to talk about a man, he was the
the ultimate
man
one.
of men.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I think the fact that he like served people, like his servant leadership, and that's how he led people. And so like how that applies to like my wife, like serving her, like whatever that is throughout the day. Not that I do that well, but like he led people and then he served them, and then he was able to lead them. So like
Yeah.
and with my kids too, like obviously like you got to come in a little stronger with the kids sometimes, but
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I think being there, showing up for them, I guess at least so that they know that I'm trying, like that
Yeah.
I'm
That's a good
spending
one.
time with them, I'm loving on them, the words I speak to them. But I don't know, like just in general as a man, I don't know, like I don't really think you need to shoot guns and drink beer, and I don't think it's like necessarily that, but
South Kakalaka.
yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
But I think it's the way you love people. I think it's the way you treat people.
Yeah.
I think it's the way you serve people.
On that note, a question I'd love to I think this would just be really cool to ask everyone is, what have you been, not necessarily maybe the Lord's been teaching you, but just as of late, kind of last thing before we go, what do you feel like you've been learning as of late that you really feel like you would want to share with people?
Yeah, well, to be honest with you, like, we've kind of skimmed the business thing. Like this year, business-wise, has been like super hard for me.
Yeah.
And like not in a like productivity way. Like we're doing great, numbers are great. Like
Yeah.
it's been a great year if you look at our books. But like, lost a crew chief that I had for 13 years. We came into this year like coming off the back of a hurricane, which was like really messy.
Yeah.
And some other stuff going on in there that like I don't know if I could talk about it, but I don't know that other people want me to talk about it or whatever. But there's just other stuff behind the scenes and work that have made it like super difficult. And like heavy, if that makes any sense at all. Like for the first couple months, I felt like I was waking up every day in like a cloud or something, or like a fog, not a cloud, a fog more. And just, I think those things were all, like, I had security in those things. Like, the crew chief, I had security in that. Like, my office manager, there's been a little bit, like, turnover in the office, like, staff. Yeah. And so, like, there was security in that. My mom has dementia now. And so, like, which is kind of why it came out of nowhere. She got meningitis and then got it from that. And, like, and so, like, seeing the toll that's taken on my dad, like, and both of them, like, there was security in those relationships and they're gone. And so, like, I feel like I've been forced into this role in life overall of, like, having to take this next step. All right, now you have to step into these roles as a man, or, like, like, in my family, like, in my immediate family and in work and with, my extended family with my parents. And it's just been a year of, like, all of my, not comforts, but things that felt secure or kept me secure, like, have been, like, taken away from me. Yeah. And, like, when those things happen, like, Jesus is like really the only thing, there. And like you learn really quick that like I can't, Yeah, amen. And that's one of my struggles too. Like, if just being real, like I have a lot of, I guess, confidence in myself. My wife, Lindsay, calls it color confidence. Like, just, I guess I'm the man in my family, like super confident. Maybe it's unfounded sometimes, but anyway, like, so like I'm very confident. Yeah. I'm very confident in like my ability to do things. Yeah. But it was funny how quickly that kind of changed a little bit when all those things were taken away from me. Yeah. But so I think knowing, you asked me what I've been learning I think just that realizing that the really only like consistent, constant thing that we need to be grounded in is Jesus.
Oh, that's good.
Even when it's hard, like I was doing a study on prayer with some guys in my church, and there it talks about how like Christians aren't meant to like not go through difficult times. We're not built for that. Like, because then you become very internally focused. You think you have it right. You think everything's going well, and like it turns into a very me thing. Not saying that like Jesus wants you to go out there and like have a terrible life or anything, or like have terrible things happen to you. Yeah. But whether it's conflict or hard times or whatever it is, like that's those things we can, or during those times we can draw closer to the Lord. And it's not always the easiest lesson to learn.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. But yeah.
I mean, you think about Jesus himself and the life that he lived here on earth. I mean, his life was not glamorous.
No.
Even when he was like, born into a stable, and then he was, like a carpenter and all this stuff. And then
very humble.
Yeah. And then ultimately he had some of the closest people to him turn their back on him when they needed him the most. And then what's, a very, very, very brutal death. And, ultimately we have faith that he's risen again and are thankful for that. But, like, if he had to go through all those things, like, who are we, like, to think that we're not going to have to go through
no doubt.
For sure.
Yeah.
And then,
but it's, even as a believer, like, it still doesn't make that, like, easy when those times come. Like, you still... Yeah. I don't know. Like, I want to, like, think I can do it, you know? Does that, I mean, that sounds terrible probably, but, like, I want to think that I can do it and I can make it happen. Yeah. And so when those times come, it makes it even harder. But
it's easy. Like, I was looking this up just a second ago. I remember there's a Spurgeon quote. Charles Spurgeon said, I've learned to kiss the wave that presses me against the rock of ages, which is Jesus. Yeah. And I'm like, I'd love to, like you said, I'd love to be like, I love to kiss the wave. Then I'm like, oh my God, the wave, get out of here. This sucks.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's not, I love that you're being honest about that. It's not easy. And oftentimes it's the pruning that hurts so much when he's pushing us away from our security in ourselves, and it's not easy. So thank you. That was great.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. And it's in those the moments that I feel like you can really grow, like even deeper.
And your kids see it.
Yeah, your kids see it.
Kids see you walking through that.
Yeah. And people in your business see it. Like people in your church see it. People in your community see it. And so
that makes me think of like, I mean, obviously there are a ton of people that go to this gym. Like, I think we walk in here every day and like, say hey, hang out, whatever,
Yeah.
work out.
Yeah.
But like, who all's getting pruned at this moment? Like,
Yeah.
Bro, everyone.
We're oblivious to
Yeah.
it probably, but like, I'm sure there's all kind of stuff going on in this gym that
100%.
I'm not aware
I feel
of.
like that's like one of the reasons why it's so important to like show people kindness
Yes.
and like give people a smile
Yeah.
and or
Encourage them.
encourage
Yep.
them
Yep.
because like everybody is going through something.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's like that saying of you're either coming out of a storm, you're in a storm, or you're about to go through a storm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so true.
And so, I didn't know, some of that stuff, like I kind of knew, but like I didn't know all of that and that you were going through that this past year. And so
Yeah.
thank you for sharing that with us.
Yeah.
What do you feel like is like maybe 3 habits or 3 things that you do throughout your week or throughout your day that try to kind of like even through, the good times, the bad times, the high times, the low times, what are some things that you try to like make sure you make time to do that you feel like helps keep you grounded, in your faith, in your relationship with the Lord, as a husband,
Yeah.
as a believer?
I mean, it's the faith, family, fitness thing, right? Like those are the 3 things. Like that's too easy. But like, I mean,
see
but
you
that's
guys
what it
later.
is, right? Like I like, and Lindsay will say this too. Like if we don't come in here and work out, like we feel off.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and I think that applies to like, am I spending time with Jesus in the Word? Like if I'm doing that, things not go better necessarily, but like
Yeah.
You can handle them better.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like if they don't, like if I'm not in the Word, like I feel off.
Yeah.
And like if I don't get enough time with my family,
Yeah.
I love my family to death. Like I love my kids. I love my wife,
Yeah.
and like I love being with them. Like
Yeah.
I want to hang out with them. I want to play sports with them
love
and
that.
go on walks with them. Like I love being with them. And so like if I don't get enough time with them,
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah.
Love that.
yeah. And I think that's also like played a huge role in like my work life balance. Like for
Yeah.
some reason, whether it's the Lord show me favor or I mean, well, He definitely has and like blessed me in this, but like I don't know why, if that makes any sense, but I know that He's shown me favor in this, and like I found a really good like work life balance of like being able to work, make a decent living, but like getting so much time with my kids and my
Yeah.
wife, having the time to come in here and work out. For some reason, He's provided that for me, which has been a huge blessing.
Yeah, that
For the
is
benefit of your
awesome.
family is probably one of the reasons.
Well, for
Yeah.
sure, yeah.
You're like,
yeah,
for some
yeah.
reason.
being able to raise kids and like love my wife well and love
Yeah.
other people well, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. And I feel like probably you, like, being the kind of man that you are, like, you probably make the decisions that help align you in those areas. And so, like, when you're, whoa,
Yeah, you got turned up
Just
there.
trying to get the.
sorry, you're like, and because you're trying to follow the Lord, He probably helps lead you in
Yeah.
those ways that helps
Yeah.
helps have that balance.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Neal,
Thank you.
I know.
Yeah, absolutely.
This was awesome.
Y'all tired of talking to me now?
No, not at all. We could
I
talk.
ain't
We
never
could
gonna
talk
get
for
tired of
another.
talking to you, Neal.
We could talk for another. We could talk for another hour, but I want to save some for when you and Lindsay come
Yeah,
on
let's do
because
it.
that's definitely
That'll be
happening.
way better for sure.
Anyways, Neal Culler.
Deuces.
Thanks, man.
See you guys.
See you guys.
Y'all, bye.